Hi, happy Columbus Day. Do you believe that the new education system, the core curriculum, says that you're supposed to treat Columbus Day as a day of mourning because it began the extinction of the Native Americans? Unbelievable. And how interesting that they discovered the new world and called it the New World. All of our professions now about wanting to make the world new. Well, this really was a new world. Trump is absolutely brilliant the way he's played this Kavanaugh confirmation. First of all, he appointed Kavanaugh. He could have selected a much more conservative judge and not gotten the establishment approval that he got. But by getting that, he selected a nominee that was invulnerable to the charges that would then be brought up against him. And Trump couldn't, of course, have known that that stuff would come out and he would be smeared with these allegations. But once he could have walked away. He could have let Kavanaugh twist slowly in the wind, as they say, and he would ask to be withdrawn and he would replace him with some other judge off the list. But he decided to hunker down and hang in there because he realized two things. First of all, that Kavanaugh was innocent. And secondly, that because he was such a good nominee for judge, so approved of by the legal establishment and the conservative movement, that the left would bash itself against the rocks and ultimately destroy itself in trying to eliminate Kavanaugh and block his confirmation. And that's just what happened. They resorted to crazier and crazier tactics when the first person, who obviously was doctored, fermented testimony, she's an expert on self-hypnosis and on memory and deception. That's what she teaches. And it was followed up by somebody else who was equally unreliable, and then a third witness who was even worse than the first two. And as this piled on, voters really began to get the correct impression of the Democratic Party. Its true face became shown. Willing to do anything, lie in any way, cheat in any way, fabricate any way you could to accomplish their objective. And that really exposed something the country did not want. And now Trump is basing the midterm elections, as he should, on do you want this crazy mob running the country? Calling them an angry mob, which is, he's right. Do you want these guys running the Congress and running the Washington? And it completely turns the election away from a referendum on Donald Trump to a referendum on the Democratic left and the mob. And I mean, the Democratic mob. And it really creates a situation where, in effect, you can vote yes by voting no. You vote no to the mob and you vote yes to the Republicans. And he's basically going in and saying this nice guy running for Congress or for the Senate who's a Democrat is not what you expect. He's not even what he's been in the past. They're taken over by this left-wing, crazy, lunatic fringe. And by setting that up as the predicate, going much farther and much more effectively than the Democrats were able to do against the Tea Party in 2011, he really is laying the basis for winning the majority again in Congress. Absolute brilliance. Thanks for watching.